Welcome back to Stu and the Crew, week 4. Got my guy here, Mike Tolbert. Some of y'all know him as Toldozer. Some of y'all know him as number 35. Some of y'all might know him as the dancing teddy bear.
I am the crew today.
But he is the crew today.
What's saddening?
2-time first team All-Pro. All-Pro, ladies and gentlemen. Not Pro Bowl, All-Pro, meaning the best in the world. Okay? 2-time. A guy that got it out of the mud, in my opinion. Undrafted. And here he is. Carolina Panther, great. Charger, great. He's done things that I feel a lot of people might have not really given you the shot of doing, right? I want to talk about, your upcoming. I want to talk about how you got here. We're going to talk about the Panthers today, and we're going to shed some light on something that's very sensitive to the NFL world right now with Rudy Johnson. But first of all, man, I'm glad to have you on the show, man. Been a long time.
It ain't been that long.
It's been a long time coming, dog. It's been a long time coming.
It's been a long time coming. True.
Yeah.
Man, I appreciate it, man. That was a hell of an intro.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Like you said, I got it out the mud, man. I'm happy about it. Obviously got some more growing and do things to do, but I'm excited about the future for sure.
So you came in as an undrafted free agent. Mm-hmm. How did you carry yourself differently as far as being undrafted? Did you have an intention behind, the focus of letting guys on the team know who you were? Obviously when you step on the field, you're going to try to do what you got to do. But as far as like your personality, were you just yourself all the time? Did you bring it up a notch? Like, what was that like as an undrafted guy?
Coming in undrafted, like the first person I met was Antonio Gates. And I'm like, this guy's 2 or 3-time All-Pro, Pro Bowler, and I'm like, oh my God. But then I saw Sean Merriman as I walk in the Charger facility. I'm just like, man, I gotta hit him. You know what I mean?
Lights out.
Right. You know what I'm saying? But I've always lived by, the cream gonna rise to the top. I've always, ever since Thomas Cobb, his nickname is Squirt. Ever since he said that when I was like 7 years old.
Yeah.
Cream gonna rise to the top. You got to be ready to go when it's time to go. So I've always lived by that. So it didn't matter who I was playing against, who I was going against, who I was getting ready to hit in a drill. I'm just gonna go do me. And if he's better than me, it's gonna show. If I'm better than him, it's gonna show. So I never tried to up myself in front of people. I always just be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, I'm lighthearted. I have a good time. I like to laugh. I like to make people laugh. I like to dance. I like to play music. And that was the case day one when I walked in the Charger facility, and whatever it is, year 10 when I left the Buffalo Bills. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be me regardless. If you don't like it, that's on you.
Yeah.
I like me.
Where does that come from? Your personality and your lightheartedness, your light heart, and just affection for people.
I think it's just my love for life in general. You know what I'm saying? Like my mom, growing up, my mom was, she's one of 5. You know what I mean? 5 girls, 3 or 4 boys. Like, it's a lot of them. My granddaddy was doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was popping the seed.
Yeah. But like, my mom worked 2 and 3 jobs. My sister's 4 years older than me, so I spent a lot of time alone. So I had to entertain myself. So I would crack jokes on myself.
What?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of jokes was you clowning yourself about?
Like, it's just little stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do something, if you trip, I'm going to say something. Like, if I trip up the steps, oh, you're stupid. Look at you.
You stupid joker.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense. You just fell up the steps. How you fall up the steps?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And I carry that on to when I meet new people, and it's kind of infectious.
It is infectious because I remember the first day you got to Carolina, like your presence next to me as a locker mate, it was life changing for me because I'm not gonna lie, you already know I come into work hurt, feeling bad for myself, whatever it is, there's Told. Hey, man, it's going to be all right.
Good vibes. Remember that? Good vibes, baby. Good vibes,
baby.
Got time for no negative. Good vibes.
Yeah, but so I obviously appreciate that. We'll get to that. But I wanted to talk about your name, Toe Dozer. Where did you get it so that people know? And how did you feel about it?
So it came from a buddy of mine that I went to college with. He's real good friends with the guy that owns the 704 shop or something like that in Charlotte. He's real good friends with him, and they wanted to do something for me since I came in 2012. They wanted to do something for me, so it created me a shirt. And the shirt was me riding a bulldozer type. And it was something that he was like, when I met the guy, he was just like, yeah, man, Tolldozer is just, I was like, where'd that come from? Hey, I like that. You know what I'm saying? And I loved it, you know what I'm saying? Because obviously playing with Cam, you get so many nicknames.
All kind of nicknames.
And you might not like it.
Yeah.
You know, Cam called me Patty Mayonnaise one time. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
What that mean? You know what I'm saying? Tubagoo. Yeah. I'm just like, that ain't flattering.
Yeah. Right? He would call me Thickums. And I'd be like, hey, man, pause.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, like, nah. So when Tolldozer came around, I was like, yeah, that's going to stick.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. We also know you as Short Round.
Yeah. That's Chico.
That's Chico.
That's Coach Rivera. He called me Short Round. It's after some TV show that he used to watch back in the day, I guess.
Back in the 60s?
Yeah, you know, he old.
Black and white TV?
He old, man.
Talk about your relationship with Chico, actually. You know, being, a guy that came from the Chargers, being on a Chargers team with a lot of great players. You're talking about, you play with two Hall of Famers?
Two now, probably two more in the works.
Yeah, and that's LaDainian Tomlinson and Antonio Gates.
Well,
Phillip Rivers
is
on the way.
Darren Sproles is
Darren Sproles.
Yeah.
Well, you was round.
Dog. Right. Which I learned how to play the game the right way, though.
Yeah.
You know, Chico is, like, he's real invaluable to my career because he kind of taught me, you know, when I first came here, we sat down. We went to Sullivan's Steakhouse. It was just me, him, his wife, Miss Stephanie, my wife, and you remember Settle.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Settle.
Hey, that's a big joker right there.
Hey. So we sat down, and he just laid out the vision of what he had for me. It wasn't to be all-pro. It wasn't to be Pro Bowl or team captain or none of that. It was just to bring the culture that he needed. You know what I'm saying? And all that other stuff just happened because of the way that I knew that he wanted things. You know, I just was being me, but then, you know, I brought music to the locker room.
He had that big old boom box.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like bringing the music to the locker room, bringing the booger sugar. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that I did that we did in San Diego that I'm get here like, it's kind of quiet on game day, man. What's going on? You know what I mean? So that type of thing, you know, he helped bring my character out as well. But, I mean, I love that guy to death, man.
That's what he did. He did a good job of, you know, he had a good awareness of guys and their personalities. And he allowed that to be so vibrant. Because to your point, before you got there, it was quiet in certain settings, right? Like nobody challenged the quiet, like after a loss, after a bad practice, right? Like I remember after bad games, bad practices, it was like, man, y'all better come in here and be quiet and act like y'all mad that we just lost.
Act like y'all mad.
You know what I'm saying? Like play the part, right? It's like you better not be on the bus after a loss cracking jokes, right? That type of vibe. And there's a time and a place where you absolutely tap into that so that way you can reflect, right? Mm-hmm. But I remember, man, I'm trying to think. I can't recall the actual game, but I remember a game, or it might have been a practice, and it just felt like it was a game. Like we came in, and I heard gospel music. I'm like, huh? Okay. Yeah, that makes things feel better, right? Sets the tone, right? It's almost like if you get in trouble at home and like you get home late, you go to your room, open the Bible up, your mama come in there. Mama coming in there like, hey, you reading the Bible, huh? Okay, yeah, you better read the Bible because you're late.
I did the thing with JJ, the riding in the car thing, and he said that I had a knack for knowing the situation.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Knowing the situation on what music to play, when to play it, because I remember that too. That was after a game here.
Yeah,
we had lost here. I can't remember what game it was. It was the preseason, Miami.
And Chico tore us apart.
I fumbled in there. You know what I'm saying? He tore us apart. And I'm just sitting there like, bro, it's week 2 of the preseason. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why are we so, like, mundane right now? So I put the gospel music on, and I look down towards the training room, and RV is looking. And then Chico come around the corner and look. And he just starts smiling and put his head down because he already knew who it was. And then they just kind of lightened the entire mood of the locker room, man. It's fun, man. Yeah. But at the end of the day, this is a child's game that we play and take extremely serious. So you gotta enjoy it because you may get 2 games, you may get 2 years, you may get 10. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta enjoy it.
Right. What was your mindset like while you were in college? At Coastal.
Savage.
Just a savage.
Off the field.
Off the field, savage.
I was enjoying college life, man. Yeah. I loved playing ball at Coastal.
Because that's what one of the things when I first met you, like when you talk about like you love like if I had to put it in a phrase, Toll loves life.
Yes.
And if you are a part of his life, you will be loved.
100%.
Like and I feel honored to have had you as a teammate, but more so as a brother.
Yeah, you're my brother, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because like that is, but my question is, bro, like, do you wear that as like something that's heavy when you come into a room, knowing that you have to be this positive light all the time, or is it something that you have struggles with sometimes? Because as I know, like consistency as a father, as a husband, as a friend, provider, son, and you are always consistent.
It is tough, but at the same time, I'm a product of who my mama made. You know what I'm saying? My mama has always figured it out. You know what I'm saying? So we like to say in our family, hey, I got to figure it out bone is right there next to my rib cage. Well, if something happened, whatever it is, got to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? The sun's going to come up tomorrow for somebody, but we got to figure it out. I have a very optimistic look on life, where I see the positive of what can come from everything, every situation. Like when my grandma passed away when I was in San Diego, team flew me to Atlanta from San Diego, and I'm devastated. Like my grandma was the light of my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And North Turner flat out told me, you don't have to play. I know how close y'all were. You don't have to play. And I was like, I can't stay here. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be by myself. Let me be around my brothers. So Darren Sproles came with me to the funeral, and then we went from Atlanta to Cleveland. I had the longest play of my career that day. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's one of those things where, like, life is so intertwined that, like, you can't be too up and too down. Now, I've had my time, especially since I retired, that I've fallen into, like, a funk, like a deeper depression type state. And it took some work to get out of it, but at the same time, I had people like yourself, that I could call on and just vent to and just talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Cody Sensabaugh is another one, you know what I'm saying, guy that I leaned on heavy during that dark time, and my wife and my family as well. But I'm so lucky to be in this position, you know what I'm saying, to be saying that I played this long in the NFL. I got to live my dream, married the woman of my dreams, got 3 wonderful kids, you know what I'm saying, that it doesn't it doesn't no one any good for me to look down on life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I come into a room, if I'm not smiling, I'm probably just tired.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I have been at volleyball,
Yeah.
football practice. I've been at golf practice with my youngest. I've been working at the gym, you know what I'm saying? All over the place doing things. So that's all it is.
Yeah. I want to stay right there. You know, we just found out just recently Rudy Johnson unalived himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people are going to feel that impact. You know, such a sad thing to deal with, man. You know, guys that choose that over life. It's so tricky. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously we don't know what he's gone through. We don't know what people go through. And we always wait to these moments, you know, to talk about it, right? To talk about the struggles, to talk about, you know, hey, NFL guy, you played in the league for several years, you were successful, and you still need help.
Mm-hmm.
You still need help transitioning. You still need help adapting to family. You still need help balancing this new life that is not necessarily ordinary for you. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? I know you had a friend and a teammate, Paul Oliver, who passed away. When that happened, was that the first time that you kind of like realized, okay, this football thing, there's a mental aspect that needs to be thought about? Or was there previous moments?
There for me, there was never any thought about what my brain is doing while I'm playing. You know, it wasn't until so me and Paul, a little backstory. Me and Paul, like we grew up. I ain't gonna say we grew up together, but we grew up playing against each other. You know, he's from Georgia. I'm from Georgia. We played against each other in high school. He went to UGA. I went to Coastal. We didn't play against each other in college, obviously.
Yeah.
But we kept in touch. And then when I went to San Diego, he was drafted to San Diego. So it was a natural bond and brotherhood that we already had. And that just got stronger the more we were together. Always together, you know, kind of like us when I'm here. You know what I'm saying? We were always together, on and off the field. And we would keep in touch, you know. While I was still playing, he was back and forth between California and Georgia where he was staying at. And I could just hear the pain when we would talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and you, if we talk and we vent, it's like we on the phone for an hour.
Yeah.
Like, we going at it. We been trying to figure out, like, well, what's going on, man? Like, and he's just like, I'm good, bro. Almost like he was through with life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
and I would try to talk to him, but obviously it was in vain. Not in vain, but it was tough for him to let a light in to kind of try to help him, I think. And when I got that day at practice, I never forget. Like, Gettleman came and tapped me. He was like, "Hey, you need to go check your phone." I'm like, "How you know who calling my phone?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Evidently, my wife had called Stephanie Rivera, and she couldn't get a hold of me, so she called Chico. Chico told Gettleman. Gettleman came and told me. So I checked my phone. I've got so many missed calls, text messages, and man, that was one of the toughest days because he was like literally like one of my best friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was tough, you know, but dealing with depression and anxiety, like, it is a real thing. Like, I've dealt with depression, you know what I'm saying? I try to keep a light heart and everything, but I have bad days, like I said.
And what do you do? What do you do on those bad days?
I just grab my kids, man. That's the to be honest with you, when I was in a really, like, probably like 4 or 5 years ago, really dark spot. I was just tired. I was tired of trying to uphold an image. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to be me and not have to worry about nothing. You know what I mean? When I was in a really dark spot, I just grabbed my kids, man. That's the only thing that would bring me, like,
a relief, a sigh. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because what would they do without me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I started to think about. Then I started to get better and sought out treatment, you know, things like that, medication, you know, counseling, therapy, all that good stuff, which works wonders.
Mm-hmm.
But now, as we talk about Rudy Johnson and my boy P.O., you think about the effects that football has had, you know, because I started playing when I was 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The effects that football has had on our bodies, but our brains as well. And I recently started wearing contacts. I don't know if that has anything to do with my brain health and my eyesight, or just because I'm almost 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's those types of things that, like, makes me think secondly about what is really going on. Like, sometimes, like, I have a hard time focusing. You know what I'm saying?
Brain fog. And all
Brain
that.
fog. You know, I remember one time
Which is something that shouldn't be happening to a high performer of a 38-year-old, 39-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
Right, and I forget stuff a lot of the times. You know what I'm saying? And I have to remind myself, set reminders, you know, to, like, hey, I just picked up my phone. What did I pick it up for? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, dang, is that a sign? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's always,
and it's scary. It's scary. It's scary. Like, there's been times where I've been driving, boy, and I pull up to the stoplight. I'm like, am I almost home?
Where was I going?
Where was I going? Like, or, and when those things happen, it's kind of like, whoa, like, maybe this happens for everyone.
Right.
But, and it probably does in certain elements, but it's still knowing that the weight of what we did could possibly be the impact of why we're experiencing what we're experiencing. I think that is kind of like the tricky part about it.
Yeah, I mean, because the thing is, you don't know until, what's messed up is, like, you won't know that these symptoms that we're experiencing, whether it's forgetfulness, you know, eyesight, stuff like that, you don't know, you know, the mental issues, you don't know if that's because of brain trauma or just whatever until after you're gone. You know what I mean? Like, they can't diagnose CTE until after you're gone, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, I went through a little phase of social anxiety. I don't know if it was because of COVID or what, but there have been moments where, like, we've been going to a bunch of events, charity events, you know, a lot of good causes. And then eventually I was like, hey, Nat, we got to peel back on this.
Yeah.
Because it's taking a toll on me, right? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of what I am is actually, I'm a hermit. I'd rather just be at the house or on the course.
Facts.
But you do have to be aware of making certain changes to better your life for yourself and for your family and the people that love you. So I mean, for y'all that's listening, when I tell you this man right here to my right, Tob, is a guy that brought a lot of inspiration to me. When he came to Carolina, he was a guy that I saw be the best husband and best father. I got to see him, you know, with his kids, and me being a single guy at that time, I always looked up to him. I always probably used to ask you questions about, like, hey, what's this like? What are you doing? Like, y'all, how do y'all work this out? Like, like I was prepping and asking questions because obviously I think one of the things that people desire the most is love and to be loved, right?
Yep.
And to cherish someone, right? And so Tolbert was that guy that I looked at for the first time, like, wow, I want that. And, to see how you've, gone through, post-football, you had the trucking company, rock box, businessman, and balancing all of these things and still showing up for your family, but most of all, showing up for yourself. Because I think that gets so lost in today's society for man, but for speaking about the NFL guys, the professional athletes, we sometimes become so prideful about what we're doing post-career and how we are doing post-career that we just check out.
Mm-hmm.
And you checked in.
Yeah.
Like
it's funny because like when I was playing, my wife would be like, "Well, you're working." So when the off season comes, she's like, "It's my off season now."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, man, if I'm working during the season, then it's your off season. So that means I'm working during the off season.
I'm working full time.
Right. So I don't have no time. You know what I'm saying? But man, I appreciate that, Stu. I mean, like, I didn't have a father growing up. Well, I had one, but like I've seen him I saw him like 3 times before I was in the NFL. So I wanted to make sure that my kids had something that I never had.
Yeah.
Especially my son. I love my daughters, tremendously.
Yeah.
But my son, I have to raise him to be a man. I have to raise him to be a man like me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I never had a man tell me, "Hey, I love you."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I tell my son I love him every day. My girls too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
My wife, she is the backbone of our family. You know what I'm saying? She is the one that curated all of this.
Mm-hmm.
She was the one that said, "Let's go to Carolina."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was other options on the table.
Where is she?
There was other options on the table, but she knew how much it meant to me to get back south.
Yeah.
Where
could you have gone?
Arizona was one.
Boo.
Seattle was one.
Boo.
Jets.
Boo.
Tampa.
Boo. Oh, double boo.
Yeah, so it was.
That would have been bad for our defense.
Kansas City
against you.
I would have had about 4 rings. But it's all good though. Love. It's all good though. It's love. I love my family.
Little Patty Mahomes. No, because you were also too one of the dying breeds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fullbacks. You don't see him no more.
My neck hurt right now.
The game is evolving, ladies and gentlemen. And Tolbert was, if you actually think about it, you might be the reason why it died. Because you were not just a fullback, you were a hybrid.
Yeah.
You did it all. You was the better receiver out of the group. We can argue with Fozzie later.
Ain't no argument now. I always know what time it is. These hands are certified.
It's certified. But you led the way. Mm-hmm. And third down, if we needed somebody in there in Mustang, it was gonna be you.
I'm gonna pick up a DN.
Yeah, hey, that's Pep over there now.
Get the ball out, Cam. I got you, but get the ball out.
Did you see Myles Garrett?
Yeah.
So, if y'all didn't check in this past weekend, the Browns was playing the Packers. Shame on the Packers, by the way. But the Browns has a guy named Myles Garrett, and he beat the drum off that left tackle. And all you hear in the background is, "Run!
Jordan, run!
Jordan, run!" I played football for a long time. I've never heard an offensive lineman yell to their quarterback, "Run!"
But he didn't touch him though. That was such a sweet inside move.
So Greg showed one of our kids that move. Mm-hmm. Showed one of our DNs that move, and I'm thinking to myself, he ain't gonna be able to do that. That's Myles Garrett.
Right, that's 101 right there.
All right, man. Well, let's pivot to Panthers. Back to Panther football. Week 4, we just beat the dog breaks off of Atlanta. When you played Atlanta, I always realized in the locker room, you, Thomas Davis, Charles Johnson, guys who had a little bit of pep in their step.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all all from Georgia. I got blood in Georgia too.
I know.
Yeah,
you DSGB low
key.
key.
So I'm basically one of y'all, but not really. I was drinking that Washington water.
That's why your stomach hurt.
Yeah, I'd be on that toilet. Not bad. Not be on that toilet.
Hey.
But no, but we got the Patriots this weekend, coming off of a 30-0 win. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we kept them at the end zone. The last time that happened, to my knowledge, and to everybody else's knowledge, as far as that big of a deficit, it was 38-0 against the Atlanta Falcons in 2015. I remember that game because that's the game that I broke my foot. I had like 70 yards, a touchdown, and it was like the second quarter or something like that. And I was like, man, I was about to get busy. And I exited the game, and we ended up winning that game. But the following game, we had to play. We had to go to New York. And I watched that game on TV. Talk to us about what it takes to keep that type of momentum going and what to expect from your opponent, knowing that they're playing someone that just came off of a high, right? You're 30-0 is a pretty good deal.
Mm-hmm.
In 2015, coming off of that 38-0 win to go to New York, that was a battle up there.
Yeah, it was. I think giving all credit to the Panthers on this past game, right?
Mm-hmm.
They, like you said, they beat them like a Cherokee drum, and that's what you want to see, especially your home stadium. You got to take care of the bank, right? But you have to take the good and leave the bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Take the good. Take that the defense played outstanding. The defense played outstanding. Every level of the defense. Derek Brown, Ashawn Robinson did their thing. Trayvon and those guys did the thing at linebacker. Mike and JC did what they supposed to do. Morg did what they supposed to do on that back end.
Yeah.
Lock everything up. But also take the good from the offensive line, right? We was thinking that this Atlanta Falcons defensive line was going to be something special, which they could be. And, you know what I'm saying? They just had an off day. But we were missing Robert Hunt, you know what I'm saying, missing our starting center. And we didn't miss a beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think you take those good things. You don't worry about what Atlanta did bad because that's not typically what's going to happen. You're not going to throw pick sixes. You're not going to throw, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they had a bad game.
All right, throw the ball away on fourth down. You're not doing that. Like, that's just mental mistakes. Also, take the bad that we had because we had a very, very solid special teams unit. You know what I'm saying? And we had a turnover on special teams. But the defense stood tall. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of those things where you build on the really good. You build on what got you 30 points. You know what I'm saying? Good defense.
Short field position.
Winning the turnover battle. We haven't done that until this week. You know what I mean? And then just playing situational football. You know what I'm saying? Staying ahead of the chains. I think that we can count on New England to be well coached with Mike Vrabel. But I definitely think it's a game that we should win.
Yeah. We should be able to get after that quarterback because their offensive line was giving up some sacks. So if they're giving up sacks, we want a piece of that, right?
Yeah. But
and also I'll say it don't even have to be sacks because that's what we just saw this past weekend. We didn't get a sack, but we got hits. Pressures, right? Get that quarterback to start seeing ghosts.
Get him off his spot.
Yeah.
Make him move his feet. Throw the ball in the air. What we used to say when we played Matt Ryan, TD and Luke would be like, hey, he going to give us one.
He going to give us one. At least one. He going to give it up.
He going to give it up. We got to go take it.
Yeah.
You know
He'd be giving it out now. Hey. But no, that's what's up. Because going back to like 2015, I think one of the cool things about us is we were able to have so much fun while we were winning, but keeping the main thing the main thing. And I think Chico, in the beginning, he was kind of worried about kind of like, hey, stay locked in, right? Because it was 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0, 7-0.
Yeah.
And you got to keep the main thing because whatever got you to those wins is what you have to carry over. So whatever your preparation is, you have to continue that same type of preparation, the same type of flow, whatever you're doing to get your body ready for the next game, whatever you're doing to study film to make sure you're prepared. Because I honestly think we were the most prepared team
100%
this past week against the Falcons because we were just in that they was falling in our lap.
Yep.
Deep, like the coverage. Obviously, it helps when you have your 4 down linemen are doing what they're supposed to do, and you can just send a nickel. You can send certain things here and there to keep them honest, but we were the most prepared team. And so you go to the Patriots, and you just got to make sure you copy and paste.
Yep. I think that's the main thing. Like, we're speaking of the 2015 team. I think that's the main thing that we did. Like we said, we kept the main thing, but we also started adding to the main thing. Like, we knew that Cam was our focal point on offense, right? And we knew that Luke and TD were the ones that's going to drive the bus on defense, right? We just had to play good, solid special teams and play a complete game. But then the off season, not the off season, but like off days, like Victory Mondays, you would see, okay, it's 15 people here after 1-0. Okay, it's 15 people after 2-0. It's 25 after 3-0. Now it's 30 after 4-0.
Yeah, we all here.
Before you know it,
at the stadium,
right? Before you know it, it's Victory Mondays, and we got a whole team in there. And Luke's running a defensive meeting, Cam's running an offensive meeting. Coaches nowhere to be seen because we started policing ourselves. I think once we get to that point where Derek Brown can run the defensive line meeting and say, hey, guys, this is where we need to be at. This is what we need to do, continue to be better and get better day in and day out. I think I was about to say the roof is the ceiling.
The roof is not the – it is the ceiling.
Yeah, the roof is
the roof is the ceiling, but the sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
Sky is the limit if you
didn't
keep on,
Jordan say that one time?
Pressing on. Yeah, he did.
The roof is the ceiling. Oh, my God.
The roof is on fire, boy. No, man, I'm excited for this weekend. Before we get out of here, because me and Tolbert got a tea time to catch, because golf is life. Golf, that's a fresh one too. Boy, about the grip. You about to be able to. How much?
$12.
Oh, where you get that at?
Palisades Country Club.
Oh, okay.
A little
discount over there.
But
all right,
man. $12, baby. Yeah, I'm about to. I'm not getting in the sand today, people either.
Yeah,
please believe me. If y'all watch it.
One of the things that I loved about Tobe is we started going on the night before games, especially home games. We used to go to a running backs dinner. Yeah, it's one of the things that I looked forward to the most was spending time with the group, man. Fellowshipping, cracking jokes, whatever nerves you got before a game, those things were gone because we were with each other. And we had our spots. Harper's is no longer there.
It's a bank.
It's a bank now. Brick Tops was one of the other ones. But if we had to choose now, if we had a home game this week and we wanted to go get something to eat, where would you go? Where would you take us? Because because when you got here, that's when that thing started. We started going to eat when Mike Tolbert got to Carolina for obvious reasons, because that boy was always hungry.
Yeah, well, I'm hungry right now. First off, Harper's was a local decision because we stayed
right now. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, right down the road. I like Baku.
Ooh.
Hey, it's a little pricey.
We elevate.
You know what I'm saying? We grown now.
So
you
eat sushi now?
No.
Oh. I'm about to say. I know you don't eat sushi.
No, they got that crispy rice.
Okay. Yeah.
Teriyaki steak.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
But y'all can have sushi.
Yeah, I like that.
But we would have to find somewhere.
I don't know
that
how
got,
I feel about that the night before a game though.
So we have to find somewhere that got pizza and strawberry shakes for Fozzie.
For Fozzie.
Yeah,
shout out to Fozzie.
Still eat like a 5-year-old.
Like a kid. And chicken nuggets, chicken tenders with French fries.
Right.
Hey, you got a kid's cup? You got a kitty cup?
Let me get that pizza, baby.
Hey, we used to have the crossword puzzles and all that, and so we would do it like we do the contest.
It was like roulette. Whoever lost had to pay.
Whoever lost the crossword puzzle had to pay.
Word search.
Word search. Yeah, that's what it was. And camera artist Payne would always lose.
He used to hate it.
It got to the point where we was like, look, man, don't even worry about it.
Just do it, man. We'll pay it. Just come on, man. Fellowship.
Oh, man. Well, thank you, bro, for stopping by. Stu and the crew. This was awesome just to hang out with you. And I'm excited to go play golf.
Let's get it, man. I appreciate it, man.
I'm going to beat you in golf, too.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, because I golf all the time.
You do?
Gentlemen. Yeah, it's my part-time job now.
But I'm going to get you on at least 2 holes, though.
Oh, at least. Stay tuned for the updates. Because it could, you never know with golf. I actually don't have my driver because I broke my driver. So,
I mean, but he hit his 3-wood like 300. Don't let him fool you.
I might have to eat my words here, ladies and gentlemen. But thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
I am a dog.
All right.
Appreciate it.